Hey, if I gave a rat Ozempic, just asking for a friend, what would happen? Type skinny rat gang in chat if you want me to give a rat Ozempic. Give you guys like another minute or so to filter in. Hello everybody, hello, welcome to the scene. I didn't see you there. Hey guys. Welcome on in. So this isn't a ranting barcast. This is a traditional ZATSU. We haven't done one of these in a hot minute. How's everybody doing? Good old-fashioned conversation. Welcome into my office. What do you need? What do you want? Make it snappy. Yes. Anyway, if I gave a rat Ozempic, would that kill it? Unironically, here's the thing. I would think that it wouldn't, and hear me out, here's why. Medicines like that are typically tested on mice and rats in a laboratory, right? Before they're given to humans for consumption. So I'd assume that if I gave a rat Ozempic, it would just, be on the front cover of Vogue. Let's test it on Mambo. Yes, I think we should test it on Mambo. Should we test Ozempic on Mambo? Starting new business today. First day of work has already been exciting. Ooh, that sounds promising. can eat solid foods now, boss, and the stitches are almost healed. Are you okay, Furtis? Maybe I should give you Ozempic. And then you'll that's the new miracle drug. I'm gonna give you Ozempic and it'll be all better. We need 500 Ozempics. Should rats have rights? I don't think rats should have rights. You guys are no longer human, so I think I should strip you of all your human rights. It's not a violation if you don't have any.
What is your opinion of the Varpro pregnancy arc? Ava saw Fangsie and Shekai and wanted in on it.
Ah, you're talking about that... talking about that picture circulating Twitter with a pregnant Fangsie. Well, personally, there is a lot of money to be made selling puppies. So after Fangsie gives birth, if she, you know, is putting hers up for adoption, because dogs usually, like, how many puppies do dogs usually have? Like, according to Disney, there's like 90 puppies or something that came out of that one dog and 101 Dalmatians. So, like, when Fangsie gives birth to a healthy litter of like 90 humanoid puppies, and she can't pay for them on a policewoman's salary, I'll rehome them for a generous fee. I think that'll be my charity work. For a generous fee, I will take her spawn. But yes, what do I think about the pregnancy in general? I'm surprised that she managed to convince Josh Hutcherson to do it. I'm wondering if she stole one of his socks to make it happen. Yes. You said that Ava and Shekai are in on it. What, are they trying to impregnate as well? That's pretty schizophrenic of them. That's pretty diabolical. I don't know. I'm not into that. That's a bit disturbed. I could never understand impregnation. You see, here's the thing about being me, okay? Now, you see how my hair is split tone? It's not my hair going white from stress. It's kind of genetic anomaly, because typically come on. Normal genetics don't work like this unless very specific things happen. And for me, it happened. I am kind of anomalous. Human and Yilves can reproduce together, but we're not really supposed to have people like me existing. We're kind of genetic freaks. So, skin will be modeled, hair coloring will be modeled, all sorts of things. And overall, just, we cannot impregnate. We cannot reproduce. We are like mules, like when horses and donkeys have offspring. Infertile. So, me watching this pregnancy arc is fascinating. Something reignited dying star. I'm a black hole. You can't ignite a black hole. Yeah. So I'll never have a pregnancy arc. And I mean, I'm not really missing the idea of it. Mules, ligers, Z-donks. What the fuck is a Z-donk? Hold on. Z-donk. You're making that up. I gotta Google this real quick. What the fuck is that? Okay, so I want you guys to know what I'm looking at. It's a donkey with zebra legs and a mohawk. Hold on. Save image. I gotta show you guys the Z-donk. Like, that's the fantasy creature from Shrek if I've ever seen one. This is Donkey during his emo arc. Donkey Shrek going scene. Okay, but why though? Funny donkey. Yes. Now, I mean, not all hope is lost. I mean, my bloodline kind of dies with me because, let's be real, my evil shit stain of a brother is never going to reproduce. Not in any way that matters, anyway. He'll probably sire a few bastards, like, after forcing himself on some woman that he's paid. But, like, he's probably never going to have anything of value. No. I, on the other hand, have the blessing of choice. I get to decide who has the superior genetics to inherit this casino. Who has the mindset and the grind set. Yes. I'm constantly looking for a human to become my heir. Now, I don't plan on dying for a long while yet, but you gotta start training them early, you know? Speaking of your brother, how close are you to getting that sweet revenge? That sweet, sweet revenge? I kind of need a nail in the coffin publicly. Something that can be held up in court and held up in front of a community. No, it's going all right so far. But there's no smoking gun at the moment. I really need to, like, devastate him to a point where he can't bounce back. Like, it's one thing to frame someone, but it's another thing to destroy them in every aspect. To kind of, like, unthread them from the inside out. I need him to regret every atom in his body. Oh, so you're gonna cancel Dominic. I mean, if we're gonna use pedestrian language, yeah. I'm gonna Google Docky him in front of the whole kingdom, and he's gonna rope. He's gonna rope, and it'll be glorious. Don't clip that. Dominic's on the Epstein list. I wouldn't doubt it. You watch here. What the fuck did I get into? Hello, Johnny Horseman. We're just talking about people that deserve to rope. Speaking of roping people, I've always wondered, what is the most effective way to commit murder? Would it be poison? Would it be, like, analog? But, like, by analog, I mean, like, throttling someone with your hands. Maybe using, like, a blunt instrument. I feel like if you poison an everyday item that they already use, that's, like, effective, but, like, you can get caught. I mean, if you're constantly wearing gloves, you don't leave fingerprints, but there's still, like, traceable DNA, isn't there? Hydraulic press. You've never been more right. Gotta go the full Danganronpa 3 route there. Stick them under the hydraulic press, Kokichi style. Gun. Lol. Make it look like a mugging go wrong. I mean, here's the thing. I've got my gun. I'm trained with the rapier. I can do a little swordplay. But and typically this gun is very flashy. This little brat right here. No, he has a mind of his own. I wouldn't consider any killings I've done with this gun my fault. They're his fault. Pennyworth is a bit of a bitch. But, like, if I was trying to be sneaky and get away with it, what would I do? Because I've never tried to be sneaky, you know? But I always see these true crime stories where people attempt to be sneaky and they fail miserably. And I'm always sitting there wondering, in the heat of the moment, would I make the same mistake? Or is there an easy, like, conclusion to jump to in this scenario? And then there's just some people that are so stupid, like, of course they were gonna get caught. Like, oh, you had a bone to pick because your parents sold your Lego collection, so you lopped off one of their heads and put it in a boiling pot. And then you tried to set the house on fire. That true crime story was the most fascinating display of autistic rage that I've ever seen. I'm actually quoting like a real like crime that happened, by the way. There was an autistic man who was like in his 30s, and he had like super elderly parents and like a pet dog and stuff, and I think they warned him that if he wasn't like going to try and pursue work and he was going to stay in NEAT, that they were going to sell stuff to try and make up for like lost like revenue, make up for whatever. They give him like years worth of warnings, and then one day they did it. And so over Christmas, he like tricked everyone else to leave the house, and then he lopped off his mother's head and put it in a pot, and he shot his dad and dragged him upstairs, and he like locked the dog in the laundry room and then set the whole house on fire. But the fire went out pretty quickly. Let me guess, Japan, right? No, this was in the States, if I remember correctly. Has Pennyworth ever spoken? To me, he speaks all the time. Doesn't shut up. I wondered if Ava, you know, Miss Hawthorne, was able to hear him, but apparently not. A little bit of an overreaction, right? It's just like, Hello, hello, boss. Hello, hello, hipster. Your random pieces of knowledge continue to scare and fascinate me. What the fuck? That's not autistic rage, it's psycho rage. No, he was like diagnosed autistic.
I suggest looking up the Soldered Children story. Way more fascinating.
No, way more fascinating. I mean, they're all fascinating with various degrees of insanity. I met Ava and Fangsie at Anime NYC. So you saw them in person. Yeah. I hope they were on their best behavior. I can only imagine the kind of things that Fido was saying. That dog. Constantly. Like, the fact that she's on a pregnancy arc right now is insane enough to me. Though, I mean, I'm no better. I say, like, totally off-color shit all the time. Like, you know, like, Nicodians shouldn't have rights. Nicodians, I think we should actually expel them. Any Nicodian that is trying to become a Chironite citizen should actually be evicted. We need stricter border policies. Like, I know some people would, you know, be at me. They would be at my doors trying to bang it down like, oh, but they're victims of, you know, the Inquisition, of, you know, people trying to invade. And it's like, look, if the Nicodians were sending their best and their brightest, then who's going to rebuild Nakota? I think that's kind of selfish to kind of take in refugees, because you're just leaving that place to be desolate. Though, to be fair, if you're leaving a place desolate, it's prime real estate for us to swoop in and build infrastructure. Total Nicodian death? Oh, total Nicodian death. Look, some of them may be human, but to be a Nicodian citizen is to be subhuman. And we only like humans here. This is a human supremacist environment here in the casino. I don't want to hear a lick of pro-Yulvish garbage. I don't want to hear any demi-human crap. It's enough that I have to put up with a dragonoid and with a dog. I'm just glad that, you know, Memoria, for all of her irritants, is a classy human. Quite like myself. Wait, what's a Nicodian? The place next door. Nakota. You know, the country beside Chiron. Aren't you a little yellfish? Excuse me, I won't have you saying slurs in my chat. Alright? I'm not an elf. I'm not a yelf. Mm-mm. I just have a little bit of a birth defect, okay? I take after my father. I don't take after my mother. Does Miss Memoria even count as human anymore? I would say that she is one of the privileged few to be an enlightened human. Very powerful human. Mm-hmm. I respect those that can wield the arcana. She is a fascinating individual with her little book. I just wish she'd spend less time reading heinous pornography and just spend more time letting me into the fucking library. How am I supposed to do my job as an informant without information? I keep losing some of my best rat agents trying to break into there every week. Again, just like how I never will understand Fido's obsession with showing tummy and being pregnancy, I'll never understand Memoria's proclivity for pornography. She'll claim that it's, otherwise. She'll say that it's like high literature. She'll say it's like pure romance. But I know. Memoria, if you're watching, I know what you are. I know what you are. Leia Memoria, she's a freak. She's a very sweet, lovely freak. But I can't match that freak, There's freaks I can match, but I can't match that freak. I've got my own flavor of freak to match. I mean, pure romance novels are incredibly lewd. Public handholding, too lewd. And diabolical. Does Memoria refer to them as fertility instructional materials? Corm, next time you catch her stream, please ask her about the fertility instructional material. Never say slur word to Katya. And this is a very wholesome stream. It's like the IKEA instructions. Can you imagine if sexual education was as clinical as an IKEA instructional manual? Instead of cutesy cartoonish or, written things, it's literally like a black and white blueprint. It's all in Swedish. Stick figure line art. A little confusing. I think we need the IKEA sex manual. I think that would be really funny. How's the stream? Stream's going alright so far. More of a casual ZATSU today. So, I've been wanting to do a proper karaoke stream for a while, but I haven't been able to figure out how to do it. Because I know that if I do it, YouTube will anally rate me for copyrighted music. I've decided that I think I will do my first karaoke stream as a members only, just to test it out. As well, there's just timing with technologies and stuff, so I gotta make sure that everything lines up well. Karaoke streams have always kind of been something that I've been not super confident in, and I want to try and do them a little bit more. Are ogres and dark elves real, or is that conspiracy by Big Monster? I've never heard of a dark elf. I imagine they exist, but I've kind of lived my whole life in Chiron. I don't actually claim to know the extended genealogy of a subpar species. I tend not to study the enemy, yes? Well, I study them in, like, the art of war, but I'm not gonna dive deep into their cultural habits. Karaoke. Oh my god, Fibonacci. That's actually kind of peak. I like that. I'm gonna write that down. Karaoke. I like that. Consider that line stolen. Thank you. If the Silver Mines keep digging, we'll eventually hit Dark Elves' underground stronghold. Eventually. Boss, what words would you say to your Yelvish fans? I would say kill yourself right now. Why are you here? If you're a Yelf, give me all of your money right now, and then maybe I'll forgive you for the sin of being born wrong. Okay? Give me all your money, then cut your ears off. Every member every gifted membership is a Yilv forgiven for their existence. Boss, am I late? Never. You arrived exactly when you needed to. Helsing style. Ah. I'd love to commission an artist to draw you in the Helsing style, especially with those beautiful teeth of yours. You're very sweet. Some person on Twitter made a video where they edited my teeth to be genuinely like a piano keyboard, and they were playing my teeth, and that was the funniest shit I'd seen all day. She can't keep getting away with it! What? Can't keep getting away with what? The beautiful sounds of ethnic cleansing? Yes? I think I can keep getting away with it. Stretch. Yeah. Look, to keep Chiron strong, sturdy, and pure, you have to pick and choose how you curate. Yes? Pick and choose how you curate your, not audience, but your populace, your population. The boiled Katya, that's crazy. He gets racist on MP4. Damn, that'll be one long MP4. Devilish. No. It's been an interesting time in the casino the last little while because my birthday is happening on the 10th, and so it's been a bit chaotic. We've been running around, prepping some things, and it's kind of thrown my schedule into a bit of a disarray, so I'm sorry that the streams are less structured this week. And you're probably going to be seeing less games this week, although, to be fair, a lot of people tend to like the ZATSUs more, so I guess it's not an issue. Leading up to the birthday. But it'll be a fun time, I think. Planning a new merch drop specifically for this. Very exciting. And it's going to be a little bit of a hullabaloo. So I hope that you like spectacle. Boss, have you heard of the Eldritch object called the Bass Pro Shop Pyramid? Isn't that like an American monument? It's not that we like them. They're just good evidence. At what time will be your birthday stream? Well, typically I like to stream at this time. So there will be waiting rooms and there will be announcements made on all platforms like YouTube and Discord and Twitter. But safely assume that unless otherwise specified, it would be around this time. No boss. The Bass Pro Fish Shop. The Bass Pro Fish Shop. That's really hard to say. Bass Pro Fish Shop. Try saying that 10 times fast. Bass Pro Fish Shop. 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 It's a church. Okay, but what are they worshipping? Are they worshipping the Bass Pro? Hey, Katya, what did I miss? Oh, nothing of value, don't worry. Katya tongue twister stream when? That's every stream. Worshipping capitalism. Oh, okay. I'd like it then. Let's go. I am a very big fan of capitalism. I'm capitalism's biggest fan. In fact, you know what? You know what I can say confidently? I can say death to all dirty communists. I'm not a fan of those bleeding heart communists. So ingenuine. If you're a communist member of the populace, you're brainwashed, and if you're a communist member of any congressional setting, you are corrupted. I like my good old-fashioned corrupt capitalism because at the very least, you can climb your way up the ladder with blood, sweat, and tears. Not typically your own blood, but you can, you know, there's motion in the ocean, and there's technological development. You're not being crunched down. Not a fan of starvation. I literally escaped communist tyranny. Hell yeah, Johnny! Communism, the idea of it, the theory of it, is fascinating because it assumes that all humans are inherently good and not susceptible to corruption. In a true communist utopia, humans and, you know, any partial humans would have to be perfect in every scenario to make it work. But even on a microscopic level, communities never end up working well under any kind of communist setup. The only time when a quote-unquote version of communism works is when it's within a family unit. Because there is checks and balances in such a scenario. It's small enough that it can be self-governing. And if one person falls out of line, the whole thing is punished. And so you are kind of incentivized to make your familial communistic unit work. I think families should operate in a kind of communistic ideal, and societies should be capitalistic. Like if families all pooled their resources together, then each individual person can do great things with the help of their family. But they should also, you know, retain some sort of individualism, especially under the law, especially under capitalism. Corruption needs correction. Corruption needs correction? It needs correction. Filthy communists need correction. Ooh, communism. Get corrected. That was a very lame thing I just did. What are your thoughts on feudalism, though? It makes great for TV shows. It's Tylenol logic for sure. Now. No need to slur the Tylenol Americans in chat. Nobody wants to work in the coal mines. We need coal, so our only option is to force them. Or, you know, pay them what they're worth. Operating my family like a capitalist society. These kids go and pay for their dinner. You'd be shocked to hear how some people run their families, how some people run their households. It's actually devastating. We're in glorious tech feudalism now, baby. You know what, Serge? I will grant you that. That is actually kind of where we're settling. It's just the idea of communism versus capitalism has always been a fascinating, fun one to dive into. We love Thailand. Oh, we guzzle. We guzzle. We already have enough streamers. Get in the mines now. If you charge your kids rent, you're going straight to the gulag. Oh, on site. That's it. You're being sent to Siberia. If Germany is the fatherland and Russia is the motherland, is Eastern European just domestic abuse? Eastern Europe is domestic abuse? Okay. We got a motherland, a fatherland. Who's the daughterland? Who's the sunderland? Postal 4 stream when? Oh my god. Speaking of Postal. So, guess who has their Founders Edition locked in for the Postal 2 remake? That's right, I do. I've got the special Founders Edition locked in. Once it's released, you know I'm gonna be streaming that shit to high heaven. It's apparently got some exclusive content, so I'm very excited. The Netherlands would be the rich youngest child. Who's the autistic land? Excuse you. Again, they are called Tylenol Americans. And now the flowers can grow. You didn't even beat the Postal 2 DLC, Lamau. What are you talking about? I never played Postal 2. You must be thinking of someone else. Have you played Postal 3 and 4? Those have not been streamed very much. Well, I personally have not played Postal 4, but I do know of a very interesting person that actually played all of Postal 4 in one sitting. Absolute crazy bitch. I think she needed a lobotomy after that one. I haven't seen Postal before. Oh, Barney, you are in for a treat. Heard it took her 15 hours. Yeah, I know. Isn't that nuts? Can you imagine sitting there? Mind-numbing. Absolute dipshit thought it would only take her 8 hours. Hi, Sable. Hey, Shinigami. I've seen a dude give himself a lobotomy. Oh, nice. Scorching Fire hot take. Postal 3 is a fun game, don't at me. Genuinely, I've not actually played it yet. I have it in my library, and I've been kind of sitting on it. But I have too many games on the go at the moment, and I kind of want to finish a few before starting any new ones. I've been kind of falling into the trap of just loading on games when conversation is kind of like my main thing, so I'm trying to cut back down to 2 games a week and more talking streams kind of like this. Hello, glad to finally catch a stream. Hello, DJ, welcome on in. What is even the plot of Postal? Well, the original Postal and its sequels kind of have different plots. The original Postal game, featuring the original Postal dude, who is the dad of the main character of the rest of the Postal franchise. He kind of just, you know, goes postal, as is the name of the game. He just, you know, completes missions, he shoots up everything. Very simple game, very simple premise. And the subsequent sequels, you're following his son, who is also Postal Dude. That is his official name, by the way, it's Postal Dude. And he has to just complete some tasks. Oh, did you guys know? Oh my god. So for the Postal 2 remake, part of the exclusive new content, I found this out very recently. This is a big You actually get to see his bitch wife. You get to go inside his camper and see his bitch wife. I'm so excited. It seems like such a dumb thing to be excited about. We get to see the elusive bitch wife. Is she hot? Is she ugly? Who knows? Who can say? But we're gonna find out. Didn't you see her in the Apocalypse Weekend? You saw a version of her, but you didn't see, like, the actual regular version. Always finish a game before loading the next. Never buy another game before, too. Here's the thing. I'm not buying new games willy-nilly every other day, right? I'm going through, like, my backlog, so to speak. The only new game I bought recently was that one, roguelike slot machine game. I think Hawthorne was actually playing it super recently. It's very me-coded, I will say. I got it because everybody was insisting that I get it to play on stream. I don't know. It feels a bit like Balatro from everything that I've seen, and I'm not a big fan of roguelikes, I'm going to be entirely honest. I like things with storyline, and I like things with guns. Now, am I good at story-based and gun-based games? No, not particularly. I'm actually pretty bad at all of them, all things considered, but they're far more entertaining. They're way more fun for me. And actually, all things considered, I am actually I've said actually like 6 times in one sentence. I need a f***ing thesaurus. I'm getting better.
I love the original Postal. It has the best OST.
Oh yes, it has a great OST. Boss, will you consider playing the great fishy masterpiece that is Feeding Frenzy 2 Shipwreck Showdown, the 2006 video game published by Popcat Games alongside Bejeweled 3 and Zuma? That was a whole lot of words. That was a whole lot of words for something that's going over my head. Look, if you have recommendations, there is a spot in the official Discord where you can do such, I think. Hold on. Yeah, there's a game suggestions channel. Oh, Lamau, I almost left the main server. Join our Discord. Join our Discord. Actually, I need to look into the, I'm actually looking right now real quick at the game suggestions. I haven't been doing such. I know that I want to play some horror games. Like, I love horror games. Interesting. Interesting, Rex. Absolutely Dead Space, then? Ooh. Here's the thing. I love horror games, and I love horror films. I just love horror experiences in general. Genuinely, the only thing I cannot do, despite my high tolerance for most things, is surgical needles, which sounds bizarre because, like, for those who know me, I have a very high tolerance for all things goro and gore and degenerate, bad, scary shit, right? But no, surgical needles, even in like a clinical, polite, nice setting, something about them, it just activates my fight or flight. Like, I've had too many bad experiences with surgical needles in real life that I literally, like, pass out at the sight of them. It is insanely, like, unreasonable. There's no reason for that. Like, dramatic bitch. Like, get over yourself. But, like, even if I see them in films, like, I love the Saw movies. They're very silly and schlocky, but I can't watch Saw 2 because Saw 2 has a trap that is literally just a pit filled with surgical needles, and there is a toilet filled with surgical needles, and to get the key for one of the puzzles, a person has to jump into the... thinking about it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Thinking about it is making, like... I can feel my skin when I think about it. I'm gonna stop talking about this because literally I can feel my arms shaking right now. This is ridiculous. Then take off your skin. Oh, bet? Weak Donna. Literally, I'm fine with, like, skin flaying. I'm fine with, like, eyeballs exploding. I'm fine with, like, people being sawn down the middle in half. Like, I'm fine with all of that. I'm fine with jump scares. I'm fine with people being gutted alive. But simple surgical needles that don't hurt anybody? Like, the fear of God is within me, and I vomit, and I pass out. Like, I don't hate sewing needles. It's literally just surgical needles. Did giant needle gags in cartoons get you? I'm gonna kill you, Shepherd Souls. Since this is spooky month, any horror media that you recommend? I don't know if there's any that I recommend, but I know that I was looking at some. I was looking at a game called Blood West recently. Blood West, Fallen Aces, and Gloomwood. Gloomwood, actually, specifically. It's, the premise is that you're in a Victorian city consumed by an ancient curse. It's like it's a 90s style survival horror. Very fun. Of course, I don't want to start any new games because I've got too many on the go. But, I don't know. Maybe as a one-off one of these days I'll play it. If you liked the stylization of Carter's Quest, you would like Gloomwood. Do the funny toilets from the Jigsaw game count? Oh, absolutely. Like, literally, like, I can't do it. If I see a surgical needle in a movie or a film come out, whether it's like a medical drama or a horror or a comedy or anything, I actually have to, like, avert my eyes or I go into full-blown panic. Have you ever heard of Darkwood, made by a small Polish team that went insane after releasing the game? I have not. I'll go look it up. Darkwood. Interesting. Oh, it's 75% off on Steam. It's very positive reviews. Survival horror, scavenge and explore a rich, changing free roam world by day and hunker down in your hideout and pray for the morning light. Okay, interesting. It's like a top-down survival horror. Ooh, it's bundled with Pathologic too. Interesting. It is set in New Delhi, India. New Delhi, India, huh? A horror game set in New Delhi, India. So, do they just take CCTV footage of India and just do a live stream of what's going on there right now, or...? Pathologic. I feel like I've heard Pathologic before. I've just never played it. I thought about doing any of the Amnesia games. I feel like that's well-tread ground at this point. I want to get through a few more games before I pick up any new ones, but I do want to get some horror games in before the spooky month ends, for sure. Mandalore covered it. Man, I love Mandalore. I love Mandalore. I love fucking his covering of Abandonware games. Mystery of the Druids, my beloved. Drama with Vinny Vinesauce. I refuse to watch Mandalore. There was drama? I'm not, like, well acquainted with Vinesauce or anything like that. I only know, like, the one or two. I only know, like, the small handful of Let's Plays that I've watched from Mandalore Gaming. Have you played Scorn? No. I mean, I want you guys to know that the majority of games that I've played are, like, on stream. I don't play, basically, a lot of things offline. So my gaming knowledge, I know of many games, but I have not played very many games, so I'll be experiencing a lot of the classics for the first time ever, really. You played DBD recently? Not recently, no. I think last time I logged in, they had just dropped Springtrap. I think? Found out that I'm likely to get a remote position for work, which would be awesome, as I wouldn't have to move again. Oh, hell yeah. I'm all for you tunes getting a small W. Because a happy tune is a good worker. The happier you are, the better you can, you know, do things for me. A lot of people seem to be mentioning Fear and Hunger. Again, it's one of those games that I've just never played. Why am I yawning so much? I'm not tired. Hold on. What do you consider FNAF 4? Alright, okay, now y'all are just, like, pumping me with game recommendations. Again, link posted earlier, put it in the game suggestions chat, in the official Variance Project server. I can't possibly keep up with all of these recommendations. You know, I would love to be able to... Here, I'm actually gonna... So you guys see the little flower on my chest here? My mother brought it over from wherever she was from. She came from a lost continent when she was purchased by my lovely father dearest. But this is really all I have left of my parents after the fire. She used to grow a massive garden of these out front. You know, they're very useful. They're very potent hallucinogen when ground up. And even just, like, sniffing this goddamn thing is enough to make somebody susceptible enough for interrogation. Now, I myself have built in immunity over time, but this flower's starting to get old, and it's not cultivating any seeds. I'm starting to get real worried. The rest of them burnt up in the fire. I'm gonna have to start... I've been poking people at ZATSU to try and help me kind of chemically recreate the effects of this thing, but I'm having no luck. If any of you guys see any hide nor hair of it, one of your missions right now, my lovely dedicated rats, is I want you to be on the lookout for any whispers of this, yeah? Or any flora or fauna similar to it. I have such extravagant plans for our dear Empress, but I can't put any of them into action if I have to rely on a flower that's dying. You don't despise her as much if you still have her flower on you. I have this flower because it's practical, okay? No love lost between me and that bitch. Hell, if she were alive right now, I'd use it on her. She makes excellent fertilizer. No. I wear this flower because it's excellent protection. If somebody comes into my office, just, you know, you kind of how, like, if somebody bugs you on the playground, you go, smell my finger. You, go, hey, smell my flower. And they get all nice and dizzy, and they start seeing cartoon animals out of the corner of their eyes, and they stumble around a bit, and they fall on the couch, and then I climb on top of them, and then I go, hey, so where's my fucking money? Where's my money? Huh? I straddle them, and I start throttling them, and I push my flower in their face, and they go, where's my goddamn money? What have you done with my money? Huh? Suckers like you aren't long for this world, give me my money. And then they cry. They're pathetic. They're little worms. I either get my money, or I get, you know, reimbursed in a way that's equivalent. Though half the time these people don't have money, so I either get information or they get a bullet in the skull. Climb on top of them, and it fades to black for the morning scene. Jackie Forests. I think I shall kill you. Actually, wait. Hold on. All right, chat. Today's clipper up for execution is Jackie Forests. It's up to you whether or not this clipper with a soft A gets absolutely nuked to oblivion. Came in hearing about this flower, and without context, thought we were talking about how we need to up the pace. See where celerity. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? No, I was talking about just in general the flora and fauna. Alright, I'm giving you guys 1 more minute to decide the fate of this clipper today. Do we kill Jackie Forests? Will Jackie join the pantheon of murdered clippers? Get clipped. Oh, okay. To up the stakes. If Jackie survives, I kill Snatcher, the other clipper. Now it's not so easy, huh? No to kill Snatcher, yes to kill Jackie. Hello, Katya. Hello, Subatomic Mule. No, we love you, but I'm personally feeling bloodthirsty today, mate. No hard feelings. Lol, 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 lol. Ooh, numbers are changing a little bit. This flower is came in like the flower is losing seeds by the day. We gotta do something about repollination. I'm glad it's just a cog in the Machiavellian machine you're worrying about. Celerity? Celerity, I'm gonna kill you too, I think. I think I'm gonna kill you too. No, it looks like it's sustaining. Alright! I'm gonna end the poll. Alright, Jackie. Any last words? Goodbye. The sweet sound of gunfire in the morning. So it looks like this death will only last 5 minutes. Sniff the barrel. Gunpowder smells nice. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. Pennyworth doesn't really have much of a scent. No, there's not much of a scent going on here. To be fair, he doesn't use traditional bullets with gunpowder, so I wouldn't imagine he would. Question, what do you do with the corpses of the toons you killed? Do you turn them into compost for the kitchen staff to grow vegetables with? Depends on the amount of damage. If the toon is clean and the damage is minimal, then they just get used as meat. They get used as meat. They get their skin peeled, their organs taken out, and they get chopped into tiny cubes. It goes into the stews, it goes into the chilies. But if the bodies are a bit too damaged, then yeah, it goes composted. Bone-in or boneless? Boneless. I don't like going through the effort of having bone-in meat. Yeah. Recently, actually, we had a toon clear as dead. It was kind of crazy. There was a bit of a celebration in the back room. Were any of you privy to that one? It's been a long while since, the last person cleared their debt. Gave him a little party hat and everything. He was very excited to get his human body back. It looked very painful to watch his little mouse-shaped rat body. expand over 100 times, just going zip. I forgot how fat that man was in his human form. The interesting bit, though, is that, like, after he got his human form back, he asked to stay. He asked if he could just be a regular employee. So if you guys see a new waiter on the floor, that's him. He's your ex-comrade. Now he just gets paid a living wage. Who would have thought? The brainwashing works. Wait, where's Mambo? No, Mambo's still around. He's still around. Can't do anything till the little punk is, there he is. You happy with yourself? You glorious fat bastard. You wanna chill? You wanna chill with your buddies? I'm walking around like he owns the place. Ugh. Did you overdose Mambo on a Ozempic? I'm trying to feed it to him, slowly. I'm trying to slip it into his food, but it's not working. Mambo owns the place. Yeah, he certainly acts like it sometimes. He's full of Ozempic and Clipper chili. Ah, yes, my casino special, the Clipper chili. Tastes very oddly of Necro. Why is this your channel instead of Mambo's? You gonna do an autopsy of him to get your debut cover out? Cynthia! Welcome on in! Hello, hello, Raiders! Hi, Raiders! We were just talking about killing all the Clippers and turning them into chili! How was your stream? Mambo's the real star. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. No, Mambo's not the real star. This little bozo, this is stolen valor. The only reason you love him is because he swallowed that disc. The moment that he evacuates that disc, you guys aren't gonna give him a second thought. You only love him because he's fat. Many such cases. What do you mean, Cartman moment? What do you mean, Cartman moment? What does that even mean? How do you counteract the salty flavor from the Clippers? I mean, there's a few different ways you can balance it out. You can just put extra sugar in there. You can, put some, like, bread in there to kind of soak up some salt. Interesting topic. This rat will go on Ozempic. I swear. But yeah, hi Raiders. Tell me about what your stream was today. And I hope that you guys do well. Oh, hi. And to Cynthia, I hope that you rest. I hope that you're hydrated and that you eat well. Here, have a bowl of chili made out of my Clippers. Out of my random community members. Yeah. She did Spooky Mansion. Ah. Oh, is it the one with the cute little girl? No, not the chemicals. Cartman is only special because he's fat. Cartman, okay, here's the thing. I find Cartman hilarious. Cartman is great for all its flaws because he's a good example of a really bad kid. Not because I'm like, oh, I can relate, but I watch him and I go, wow, what a maroon. Right? He's a lot of fun. I love kind of villain-coded characters or villain characters. Not because I'm looking at them and going, oh, yes, I need to model my whole life after this. It's more like, there's entertainment value in it. But oh my god, during that Let's Play of that game, of that South Park game, I wanted to, every time he was on screen, I wanted to pull my eyes out with forks. I wanted to stick chopsticks through my ears and skewer my brain. I wanted to die. That kid was so fucking annoying. That fat bastard. Oh my god, for the kingdom of Koopa Keep. Shut up, Vale! Shut up, Vale! Shut up! War flashbacks. I'm being fed to the masses. Please help me. Oh, hello, Jackie's ghost. Welcome back. Did you just say maroon is a slur for Eric Cartman? Look, Bugs Bunny has some of the best insults. I'm not going to hear any of it. Spooky's House of Jump Scares, the original version. Okay, yeah, so it was the one with the cute little girl. Okay. Bugs Bunny has insults? What are the other ones? Well, okay, the one that I just used, what a maroon, like, he goes, what a maroon, every so often. Apparently, that was never a thing before then. He actually literally said that as a character, and then it became part of, like, pop culture verbiage and vernacular. He literally invented that. There was a few things that Bugs Bunny invented. Or I suppose Mel Blanc, the guy who voice acted him, invented. Ah, an ad lib. Bugs Bunny is fascinating to me because I have not seen a character quite like him since. Like, I mean, there is... It's hard to describe what Bugs Bunny is. Because even modern Bugs Bunny isn't the same kind of vibe or sauce as old school Bugs Bunny. Old school Bugs Bunny was viscerally different. I just can't fathom what to say there. Nincompoop count as one. Yeah, that was one. Lightning in a bottle. Mel Blanc, yelling is my religion. I wish I had the skill set to yell like Mel Blanc. Is it Blanc or Blanc? I think. Bro changed the whole definition of Nimrod. Here's the thing about Bugs Bunny. You know, Shakespeare was also known for coming up with random shit as insults, or random shit as just descriptive terminology. And it was almost immediately accepted into the English language. Can't remember for the life of me what words they were at the moment off the top of my head, but it was equivalently powerful. So the fact that Bugs Bunny has the same kind of staying power in the permanent English lexicon as William Shakespeare did is not lost on me. Bugs is my literally me character. Yeah, I can see it, Vinyl. I can see it. I can see it, Vinyl. Yeah, you're a little bit of a shit stirrer, aren't you? Yeah, and just like Bugs Bunny, I'm sure you like to cross-dress too, don't you, huh? I'm sure I can look forward to seeing pictures of you in a long wig and a beautiful dress, huh? When are we getting that? On Twitter.com? Mr. Community Cosplayer? Ain't I a stinker? Damn. Is that DK? Hey, DK. Welcome on in. Bugs Bunny into Uma Musume because he eats carrots. Recently, I've been like, okay, so I've been playing quite a bit of Uma Musume quietly on my phone these days, and while Agnes Tachyon is my favorite, there's that one luchador horse. I can't remember for the life of me what her name is right now. She's been growing on me. Initially, her mask was very off-putting for me because I'm just not used to seeing a character with a face mask like that, but her personality's just been rubbing off on me. I need more people with that kind of go-getter attitude in my real life. in the casino, just in general. I need more people that have pep in their step, you know? El Condor Pasa. Yeah, Fibonacci, you got that. Yeah, no, what got me into her was, in the latest event, she has, like, a new costume, and so I pulled it, and I got it. And so I've been trying to grind her on that costume, and I don't know, her personality won me over, and after I give her a chance, you know, her baseline outfit is kind of fine, too, you know? She's very silly. Tachyon? Death Grips reference? Okay. I loved the Homestuck pilot. I read Homestuck when it was dropping, like, live. When it was first dropping on the internet. All the way back when Obama was first elected in the States. It was an interesting time. And I will say that for all of the gripes people had, I honestly don't feel the same way about their gripes. Maybe it's nostalgia goggles, but people going, oh my god, Dave sounds bad because he's got emotion in his voice. He's supposed to be a deep-voiced cool dude. Bitch, they're all 13. They're all 13. A 13-year-old isn't gonna be... If anything, he's gonna be over the top, like, overcompensating, right? I find the pilot Dave Strider more believable as a 13-year-old. And the pilot John Egbert, voiced by Toby Fox, is greatly amusing to me. Because it's always very funny to hear what is supposed to be a 13-year-old character act properly like a 13-year-old. A lot of times media will take preteens or teenagers around that age and they'll, like, woobify them. Like, they'll make them, like, very cute, they will never swear, they're very innocent and delicate. Or they're very over-the-top, like, traumatized and deep, dark, and sad. Like, traumatized 13-year-old would be Edward Elric, and overly woobified would be every other 13-year-old ever. Like, maybe, Steven from Steven Universe. Whereas, all of the main characters in the Homestuck pilot, they acted like real 13-year-olds. I remember acting that way when I was 13, thinking saying swear words was the tightest shit ever. Now it's just accidentally in my vernacular, but, like, misusing words, or being overly dramatic for the sake of it. Like, okay, maybe John's personality is, like, slightly adjusted, slightly different from the comic, but all things considered, it didn't take me out of it. I very much so enjoyed the whole thing. And I think one thing that a lot of people tend to forget is that that was a pilot to try and get a whole series greenlit. That, in of itself, wasn't a proper episode 1. There's no other episodes on a roster yet. Maybe they'll remake it, or maybe they'll go with that as episode 1. Who's to say? More likely than not, that's probably not going to be the official episode 1. So there will be changes in the future. That's Toby Fox? Yes, El. John Egbert is voiced by Toby Fox. I'll consume the home slop. I never read the comic entirely, but from what I've seen, I can trust it being okay. Here's the thing, Jackie Force. I want everybody here who's not read Homestuck to understand that it was written by Andrew Hussey, of all people. And Andrew Hussey is very good at writing things that teenagers will like. It is definitely media for teenagers. Media is focused around teenagers, written with teenagers in mind, the characters are all teenagers, and the stakes are over the top. If you are looking for something very deep, if you're looking for an experience that makes sense, you might not like it. It is the rare instance of something that actually claims to be for a target audience and then hit that target audience. Like, things like Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss, they claim to be adult cartoons, but they attract a mainly teenage audience, and so you get the most insufferable pricks on the planet. Homestuck targets teenagers and attracts teenagers. Or very autistic adults. So, if you're reading it for the first time, keep that in mind. And you might enjoy it. But don't go into it looking for something deeper, because it genuinely isn't. Toby Fox's voice acting experience from We Bare Bears really came in handy. Well, you see, I didn't know that he voiced in We Bare Bears because I don't consume children's media. Even back when it dropped, I see stores that carry We Bare Bears merch, and immediately all I can think of is, who watches this shit? Who is the target audience? Who is buying this garbage? How did you know it was children's media? Because I was on Tumblr, and I saw things against my will. Okay, boss, what's your take on Rick and Morty? The people who like it, like, to a religious degree, are insufferable. I find amusement in it in the same vein that I find amusement in The Simpsons. Like, I'm not actively pursuing watching it, but if it appears on my feed, I'll watch it, so to speak, you know? And sometimes I'll be like, hey, that was a compelling thing to watch. Sometimes I'll go, that was a waste of my life. But I wouldn't ever call myself a fan of Rick and Morty. I'm a casual observer of Rick and Morty. And the impact it's had on nerd culture, I feel like people think it's deeper than it is. Not like the show itself, but the impact is deeper. It definitely affected, like, Western animation styles a little bit. Like, other people saw it and they were like, oh my god, we've got to replicate Rick and Morty so that we can get that fat stack of cash, my brother. But all things considered, it was very much a flash in the pan. I don't think it has lasting impact in the long term. Did you ever enjoy Courage the Cowardly Dog or Ed, Edd and Eddy? I never watched Courage the Cowardly Dog just because it wasn't around, and I've seen sparse amounts of Ed, Edd and Eddy on VHS cassette tapes. And for what it was worth, Ed, Edd and Eddy was alright. Rick and Morty impact on your corner ganja shop, though. So many pickle bongs. Sal, you see, that is where I, again, am an evolved human being. An elevated creature. I don't go to ganja shops. Yes. I don't use substances. Puh. You hearing this shit, Mambo? You hearing this shit? There's people in my chat that smoke weed. Disgusting. Disgusting. I'm sure that their rat meat is disgusting. I'm sure that you guys are putrid. You'd be terrible to put in the rat chili. What do you think, Gumball? Never watched it. I've started watching, what's it called? It's the show with the surprise motherfucker. Dexter! I've started watching Dexter. And it's fascinating. Not because it's, like, cool, but the writing for Dexter is very schlocky. And what I mean by that is that they constantly are giving you internal exposition dumps, and the way that Dexter describes himself, it's like, I'm a cool, emotionless guy. I don't feel emotion. I like, every 5 seconds, what's it like to have human emotion? I don't understand emotion. Why do people feel emotion? And to try and drive home that he's an emotionless guy, it's like, oh, well, I gotta put up a facade. So I've got a girlfriend, and I've got her kids, and I'm doing stuff for them, but I don't care about them. I don't feel anything. And he'll go on and on. Well, I've got this girlfriend. She's great because she's the victim of sexual abuse, so she'll never want to have sex with me because I don't like the idea of sex because I have no emotions. And the writing comes to a peak when she gets over her trauma and she tries to engage sexually with him. And the whole time he's sitting there, and internally he's going, what do I do? I don't like the idea of this. I am viscerally uncomfortable. And it doesn't read as somebody who's got, like, psychotic tendencies or somebody that is a psychopath. It comes off as a really awkward gay man. The whole time I'm watching this, and he's, like, nervously trying to shut down her trying to have sex with him. And the whole time it's just like, that is an entire homosexual. That's not a psychopath. He's gay. And, like, every time, like, her sexual advances, like, get shut down because of a phone call, he does the thing where he, like, takes a big sigh of relief, and it's just like, get this bullshit off my screen. Hey boss, I know we're supposed to be cops, but why is Decodes bullying the autistic guy? That's crazy. Yeah, no. Like, eventually they get to, like, a sex scene, and then he comes out of it, and he's like, oh, that's what sex is like. That was pretty good. Again, the writing for this show is just so dumb. It's a so bad it's good kind of watch. And I think the best part about Dexter is that normies eat that shit up. Like, I'm watching this, and I'm feeling moral superiority because I can't take it seriously. And I'll try and talk to a normie about Dexter, and they'll gush. They'll be like, oh my god, it's so smart, it's so thrilling, it's so this, and I'm just sitting there like, are you joking? Are we watching the same Dexter? Is Dexter the TV version of The Room? No, it's got a supremely bigger budget. Dexter came out 19 years ago, so he is gay! That's crazy. Sounds like an edgy shonen manga that never got past chapter 40. Damn, been that long? Do people even talk about Dexter anymore? The reason why I started watching is because I had it being fed into my feed hardcore, both because of the meme that was circulating recently with the dark-skinned gentleman doing the I'm suspicious of everything kind of meme. Same guy as the surprise motherfucker guy. That was both from Dexter. And so that piqued my interest. And then also the announcement of a new sequel series for Dexter. It's like Resurgence or something was announced. And so that was being blasted everywhere. I'm like, okay. People keep saying that I might like Dexter, and I keep seeing it everywhere. I'm gonna fall for the propaganda, and I'm gonna give it a shot. I remember that Donna, for some reason, loved Healer's redo. Oh, redo of Healer. Oh, okay, redo of Healer was peak. I won't hear slander. Have you ever seen School Days? Yes, I have. Didn't you get recanceled immediately, lol? No, like, this was like 2 weeks ago. First time catching and just chatting from you, and it's quite good. Fun. Cheers. Hey, Dambless. Welcome on in. Unsub, that's crazy. On our Healer's redo is bad. because we can instead of going an interesting route, men with no power and time travel thinks up clever plans for revenge, it straight goes into power fantasy. Hey, some of us like power fantasy, okay? Maybe I like having myself insert be a terrible person. Very fun. I love Redo of Healer because I like being able to live vicariously through someone else on taking revenge. Yeah? Of course you like that gooner anime, Sable. Look, it's not just the gooner aspect of it, okay? Because I'm evolved. I'm far superior to any of you. You see, I'm not watching it for the goon. I'm watching it for the drama. I'm watching it for like the mind break torture aspect of it. I'm watching it to see the big scary rapist guy get absolutely destroyed. He's so dark and twisted. It's edgy but fun, exactly. That's still just gooning, boss. No, gooning is inherently sexual, and I do not participate in sexual. Redo of Healer was wild because every time you thought the guy had to be the worst in the world, the next villain is even worse to the point the MC looks like a saint. Right? No, like, again, the writing is just fascinating to me. Wasn't Redo of Healer actually written by a woman? By a woman? Man, women are freaks. You see, this is why we shouldn't give them any rights. Yes? Now, women are disgusting freaks of nature, and they don't deserve to have rights. I think we should make it so they don't get to vote anymore. I'm kidding! Or am I? Yeah. For legal reasons, because I'm working with a European company. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding, okay? For legal reasons, I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was a joke. That was a joke. To the internet police in the European Union that likes to butt fuck me consistently for my fun opinions. That was a joke. No, it's interesting. It's interesting being attached to a European company. You see, Variance is based out of the Netherlands. So there's some interesting rules. But in general, just interacting with Europeans fascinates me. When I went to the Expo, I was just tweeting as I normally was, as I was getting on the plane. And, you know, plane from the portal to the Expo. And I was banned off Twitter. And all of my Discord channels were locked because I needed to do ID verification to get into any of them. Like, European internet sucks. Oh, and my computer froze. The European cops are after me, everybody. It's the fucking Bobbies! Anyway. No, like, I was banned for, like, 12 hours on Twitter because I told Hawthorne to kill herself. Hey, I'm from the Netherlands. Hey, Snatcher, really? You probably run into my bosses. I feel like telling someone to kiss their ass will get you banned no matter where you are. Lol. Anti-citizen behavior detected. Send in the SWAT on hostile Yulf. Were you looking at a meme on Twitter.com? Time to go to jail. Do you see that fucking clip going around of the two police officers, like, the two British police officers going to somebody's house because their kid saw a meme on Twitter. They didn't even, like, retweet it or anything. They just liked it. That shit's insane to me. How much time do you have to waste to do that? When you've got a problem with people being stabbed in the street, kidnapped, raped, brutalized, you're gonna focus on internet crimes that aren't crimes? On internet existences? They already turned them into Wojaks. Those women are so soulless. No, I have no sympathy for shitty people. And at this point in time, anybody that has decided that being part of the British police force is a worthwhile life goal, I'm going to consider a shitty person. My left nostril just suddenly got plugged. I'm gonna find a way to blame Fangsie for this. Ugh. Fido! Your pregnancy symptoms are making me sick. Pregnant? Jackie, did you not see the artwork on Twitter? Somebody drew Fangsie pregnant because she made a joke about wanting to be pregnant. I hear she's gonna have 10 puppies. Who knocked up Fangsie? Probably Josh Hutcherson or whatever. I don't know. I'm not caught up on the who's who of impregnation land. Quote unquote joke. Okay, Necro. Okay. I know your day was made when you saw pregnant Fangsie. You won't get the you won't get the slip on me. You know, recently I was down at the docks. Now, where I live in... I was gonna say in Zeiton. No, I've got Fangsie on the mind now. No, where I live in Chiron, well, there's my silver mine that's buried pretty deep within. It takes about half a day to get out from the silver mine, out of the woods, into society, where the castle is, where the manors are, where the, you know, the townsfolk are, and then to the port of trade down by the docks. I've got a contact that I usually am, you know, conversing with. I like to trade overseas. I like to get material. I've been thinking I'd like to, you know, practice my sea legs. I think I want to go on more waterborne adventures. What do you guys think? Gotta go, boss. Have fun. Have fun, Snatcher. I'm so glad that you didn't die this time. You're not gonna be so lucky next time. You wanna go waterboarding? Oh, hell yeah. Let's just say, hypothetically, Katya impregnates you. What, your name isn't Kaya Albrecht? But yes, I think it's time we go on some adventures. Funny enough, Sable, I was waterboarded once. Fun times. Everything fucking happens to you, Furnace. How are you still alive? I'm so excited. So for my birthday, we got some really nice merch that's being made. I was able to poke management and get one of my favorite artists to do some artwork for me. I'm very excited. Now, it might be like, it's not like the most famous artist in the world, but his work is very special to me. So it's very exciting that I get to drop some stuff on my birthday with him. Will we get to see Swimsuit Katya asking for a friend? I mean, I personally don't have a swimsuit. I've never really gone recreationally swimming. I mean, I guess I could just, like, be in my underwear. I don't know, I don't own a swimsuit, I don't think. Do you guys want to design one for me? If you guys want, if you want me to get a swimsuit, buy one for me. Like, just draw one up and I'll get it made. I've got tailors in the casino. What, you think that this outfit came off a store shelf? No, I got custom people for that. Yeah, no, if I see a good swimsuit in my art tag, I'll see what my custom tailors can do. Maybe we can go to the beach, huh? Though, it's highly impractical. I don't indulge in swimsuits. There's a swimsuit Katya in your art tag. Nah, fair enough. I know there's bunny suit Katya on the art tag. I'd have to double check. It has been a while since I've looked in there. I don't know. Typically when I go swimming, I literally just like wear shorts, wear a long sleeve, button up shirt, whatever. I don't actually care all that much. I just go in full clothes.
Swimsuit fund.
You guys really want a swimsuit in October? That's crazy. Wearing board shorts, not beating the father allegations. I mean, I do wear socks to the beach. I don't like the way that sand feels, or grass or rocks or anything like that feels under my feet. I don't like the way anything feels under my feet, actually. I have to constantly be wearing socks and shoes, or just socks. I don't like bare feet. Viscerally. Like, the texture of anything under bare feet makes me want to puke. The only time my feet are bare are when they get cleaned.
Swimsuit fund.
Swimsuit fund? What the fuck? It's October. Where am I gonna swim? It's gonna be cold. I mean, like, fine, I guess. Is there not a... Oh my god, hipster.
Gets this woman a swimsuit ASAP.
You guys!
What? Are you too broke to afford a heated pool?
Fine. I'm sure I could find space to install a hot tub. Jesus, you guys, get off my back! Am I genuinely being bullied into adding a hot tub and a swimsuit to my casino? Maybe I can make it like a uniform thing. I've got bunny suits as part of the uniform. I've got regular suits. I guess we could have like a swimsuit uniform. You know what? I could put a hot tub on the 3rd floor, actually. That might bring more people upstairs. That's actually not a bad idea. Hot tub, people in the walls. Okay. Okay. I see you. With the swimsuit fund, maybe I'll see if I can grab a skeb. I'll see if I can do a swimsuit skeb. How about that? Sorry that my currency should... It's not about the amount, man. It's the intent. Even like even a hay penny is more than anyone deserves to earn when streaming, so it is viscerally appreciated. You're very silly for apologizing. Ava Hawthorne would like to know your location. Oh man, she would love a fucking hot tub, wouldn't she? Goddamn dragon. She's gonna... Oh, her skin is gonna be peeling into the water. Ew! Ugh! I wonder if maybe I could get everybody else into a swimsuit. I know it's like late. It's no longer summer, but I wonder if I could convince them.
Dragon scales in the hot tub is just good stew.
Does the casino have acid vats? You guys are just giving me new good ideas. No, we have like a deep fryer full of like fat and tallow, you know, so that we can deep fry some nice good food in the back, you know, for our fried rat on a stick that's on the menu. I mean, that's kind of like an acid vat. Yeah. Beef tallow, yeah. Don't touch the buffet. Excuse you, I will have you know that these are delicacies that I have developed. They are very wholesome, full of protein, and if you are too much of a bitch to consume the rat meat, maybe you don't deserve to win money in my casino, Besides, it's not like you guys are gonna be eating the rat meat. You guys are rats. I mean, unless you're like really hungry and you feel some cannibalism that day. But most of my patrons just think it's like chicken. Genuinely. Or they think it's game meat like rabbit. Rabbit and rat meat are very similar. Eyeballs are fascinating. Have you ever dissected an eyeball? Like in like science class? The way they explode and they smell putrid. I've never dissected a fresh eyeball. I wonder if a fresh eyeball would be just as fragrant. Or if that's just the rot from the formaldehyde setting in. I see that food inspectors aren't a thing in Chiron. Baby doll, anybody can be purchased. Aren't we full for the day with Clipper Chili? There's no need for additional violence. Dissected a whole cat once. Probably made an old grandmother cry.
Hey, call me baby doll again, that's good.
I'm not helping you finish, you fucking troglodyte. Yeah, next you're gonna ask me to count backwards from 20, aren't you, huh? I know these games. I played these games before. You perverse pieces of shit. Finish what? Oh, Joseph the Third. I don't know. Does somebody want to stand up and tell Joseph in front of the class what you would be finishing?
Taking an awfully big gamble. He's not into humiliation, boss.
Okay, to be watching a Katya Sable stream, you kind of have to be a little bit into humiliation. I'm not gonna lie. You see, if you weren't a rat, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be here for the insults. I'm not into it. I'm not into it. Oh, yeah, but all the same, you're still a sucker for punishment. He's stroking his shit stupid style. Insane. Did I jump in at a weird time? Wait, what? You probably... any time during this stream probably would have been a weird time. This has just been the stream of all time. Joseph, he's cranking his hog. I know, fellas, just having a goof. Mamboing his purse. That's insane. Yes. Enforcers. Destroy this lunatic. Kill this man. Oh, wait, I don't need an enforcer for that. I've got a gun. Alright, who am I killing? Let's see... I think I'm killing... Frankerzoid? Me? You know what? Sure. Frankerzoid? I'm killing you. Rest in peace, Chatter Frankazoid. You will be missed for the 5 minutes that you were timed out, purely because I was bored. You don't even have to commit a crime in this chat anymore. Oh shit, did that make the Akasuba disappear? Oh! That's insane! Wait! I didn't know that it did that. I'm curious. Okay. It cut the rest of his time, but it didn't disappear. The swimsuit fund still exists. That would be so funny if you killed a man and it refunded his super. I mean, that would be an interesting creative choice on YouTube's side. And you know what? Hey, he asked for it, okay? You know what? Look, okay? I know that that's what every bad person on the planet says after they were caught committing a crime, but he literally asked for it. He literally said me, okay? He literally said me. I am blameless. He asked me to end his suffering. See you in 3 minutes. Oh my god, we're calling it the Super Death Fibonacci? Gather around, class. I'm going to regale to you a tale of the first super death. Oh my god, my nose is running like a fucking faucet. Fido, how could you do this to me? Gives money, dies. Many such cases. Someone snitched on her to Red. Oh, Red's already watching, I'm entirely sure. I'm sure he's giggling. He's giggling in his European accent. Hipster.
Another Argentinian gold barons W.
Devastating. Here's the thing. And I cut one now. I'm just happy to have people in chat. You're all equal in my eyes. You could give me $100 and I will kill you. I'm just here, Sable. Exactly, Furnace. I've been wanting to get more into guns recently. Like, I know that I've got Pennyworth here, but he's not a real gun. He's sentient. I don't have to do shit. He aimbots IRL for me. My experience with real guns is very limited. I'm more experienced with blades, like with knives, with rapiers, with short swords. That's more of my comfort zone. This gun is a bit of a cheat, but I'd like to really get into proper weaponry. Does anybody have any recommendations for starter guns? Because the laws in Chiron are a bit lax at the moment, but they're going to be tightening up really soon. Really soon! So I think I need to stock up before I can no longer legally purchase one. So if any gun nuts in chat have any recommendations, genuinely let me know. Pistols or long guns? Something portable. You live in the US now, don't you? Should be easy. I don't live in the US. First of all, I'm not, like, on Earth. At all. But I've heard that the closest thing that a Chironite could be compared to is a Canadian. Same kind of like hemisphere, you know? Same kind of weather patterns. But no, I am a Chironite through and through. The gun from Shadows of the Damned is a good start. That being said, I don't know, I'm a Chironite, so... That's it, I'm defecting to Zeiton. Yeah, good luck, buddy. If you had another revolver, you could dual wield. Okay, but that's the issue. Okay? Thing about Pennyworth is that it needs no skill to fire. He kind of just does all the work for me. He guides and he shoots. He's got his own free will. I actually need something I can properly practice with. If I'm dual wielding one sentient and non-sentient gun, one of my bullets is going to be going the wrong direction at all times. I want to give you funds for a new Tommy, but YouTube doesn't let me. Hipster, I appreciate the thought. Whoa, finally caught a stream, so this is what it's like to see Katya in real time. It's basically the same. Honestly, darling, I don't give a damn. So what if 2 pennies worth? What if I just use, like, a 3D printer? Is it, like, still illegal to 3D print weapons? I'm not sure. I don't know enough. I do have the ability to, though. For a stream, I was gonna check you out because a horse told me. A horse? Horse? Teeny? Was it Teeny? That's the only horse I think I know. At least personally. If it was Teeny, I say hi, because I love Teeny. Tomoe? I don't think Tomoe knows that I exist. Wait, horses aren't real. I'm gonna ruin your day, buddy. An actual horse. Silent Suzia? Oh my god, the Agnes Tachyon knows my name. Not my brother. He is the horse. Your brother is a horse. Horses are propaganda. Uma Musume propaganda. Well, tell your horse brother that I say hello. Yeah. I'm feeling about ready to wind down. What do you guys think? Katya, what are some of your favorite Halloween snacks? I like anything peanut butter chocolate. I don't consume a huge volume of it, but I like it in like small bursts. I think it's kind of kino. I think there's only one kind of chocolate that I can sit down and mow through an entire package of, and it's those coconut chocolates. A lot of people hate them. The Bounty bars, those are my favorite, but for some reason they just get an unreasonable amount of hate. No, I just got here. Oh, Kavi, you should have got here earlier. I stream at a very consistent set of hours, you know. You're disgusting? Well, you're pathetic. You're immature, Furnace. You see, only an elevated being such as myself can appreciate the nuances of Bounty bars. How about Almond Joy? Yeah, Almond Joys as well. Absolutely. Lovely. Not yesterday. I mean, around the wheelhouse of the same time. Again, this week's stream schedule is very hectic and chaotic. I'm doing my best to try and keep things at around the same time, but I can't make too many promises. Hoping to get that karaoke in this week, though. I was getting my beauty sleep. Chat, can we get X to doubt? Can we get X to doubt that he was getting his beauty sleep? Alkavi, you were busy hunting prostitutes again, weren't you? For shame, Alkavi, for shame.
If you want to get into firearms, find a range with rental guns, find one that's comfortable enough. The big thing is to practice with what you get. If you want to carry, take a self-defense course.
You know what? I'll take that advice, Barbag. And thank you for the 10. I'll take that advice. Only for the autopsies like you asked for me. For shame, Alkavi, for shame. Alright, let's see. Is there anybody live right now? Hey, Kana is live. Alright, she's playing Ghosts of Yotai. Now, I hate the idea of Ghosts of Yotai. I think the previews showed a dog shit game with too much time and effort put into visuals over story. And the politics behind how that game was developed is to be desired. I think it's a repugnant game. However, Kana Yanagi is a very sweet individual and I love her a ton. So my desire to show off her to you guys is stronger than my hatred of Yotai. So you guys be nice to her. Rats, rats, we're the rats. Rats, rats, we're the rats. Do you mind blowing my head off smooth? Hey, if you're here next time on time, I'll blow you first. Well, your head, I'll blow your head off. I'll kill you. Shut up.